The reason that IGORA COLOR10 has been so successful for us and has been such a favorite among so many colorists across the entire United States is that they're getting clients in and out faster. Or they're able to take more clients throughout the day because they're spending less time. Have you ever been waiting for a client and the one that you're waiting for is about 10 to 15, maybe even 20 minutes late, rolls up to the front door of the salon with a full Starbucks, not even one that she's been drinking all day, and then is kind of like, yeah, still need you to get me in with everything I need done. You may have pulled some shady tricks out in the past to get it there. However, today we're going to talk a lot about our IGORA COLOR10 brand. It is our speed and express service permanent hair color brand. Before we get into what it is, how you use it, and who it's good for though, I just want to quickly recap a little bit about IGORA Royal. IGORA Royal is our main staple permanent hair color brand. There's well over 100 shades. You mix it with the IGORA Royal Oil Developer 10, 20, 30, 40 volume. The timing here is anywhere from 30 to 45 minutes. It's your traditional permanent hair color brand. Now that we've kind of covered that, and if you're not certain about all the ins and outs of IGORA Royal, we do have another video in the Breakdown video series covering all things IGORA Royal and the sub-ranges that exist in it. But for today, I really want to focus on IGORA COLOR10. So, why do I want to focus on IGORA COLOR10? Out of all the things in the Schwarzkopf professional portfolio, it is definitely one of my favorites. To break it down, it's a permanent hair color. The biggest difference between the two, though, is that instead of a 30 to 45 minute development time, I can get my client developed in as little as 10 to 15 minutes. Okay. Now, thoughts might be flooding your head. Oh, it's got super high ammonia, or the developers are crazy, and it's going to jack up the hair and make it really feel not nice. Quite the opposite. IGORA COLOR10 has a very special technology, and it is an amino acid delivery technology. If you know anything about amino acids, they exist in post-workout drink formulas or skincare, and amino acids are the building blocks of protein. The reason we use them here is because full proteins can't really get inside of the hair. So we thought, let's take the best two amino acids, arginine and glycine, and add these to the color formula itself. The reason that we chose arginine and glycine are because the amino acids just have an affinity or a love with hair color pigment. Okay, so take that, set that aside. How do amino acids work? They're very, very small. I think glycine, if I'm remembering correctly, is like 1/5000th the size of a strand of hair. So we don't need to worry about cuticles opening or anything. They're gonna go fast and deep into that cortex just because of the nature of what they are. So if I have a hair color pigment attached to those amino acids, they're gonna go super fast and deep into that cortex of that hair strand in record time. Now, IGORA COLOR10 per tube has more pigment than a traditional permanent hair color. So now let's put this all together. I have amino acids, and by nature, they want to reheal, restructure, rebuild, because that's just what they are. They are attached to the hair color pigments in the tube. And don't forget, there are more hair color pigments in each tube of IGORA COLOR10. So I mix my IGORA COLOR10 with my IGORA Royal Oil Developer, the same IGORA Royal Oil Developer that you mix with IGORA Royal, TBH, and now IGORA COLOR10. So you mix those in the bowl and you apply that to the hair. The amino acids are going to do their job and take all of those extra pigments super fast and deep into the cortex. And that's why I only need 10 minutes of development time. Now, nothing is magic, nothing is perfect. Let's say you have a client with hair on their head that feels and looks a little bit like this. You might need a little bit more time. So the timing with IGORA COLOR10 can be in as little as 10 minutes, and you can go the extra 5 for a grand total of 15 minutes. Now, this is the only instance in the entire Schwarzkopf professional portfolio that we've ever even talked about heat. If you do decide that you do need heat with IGORA Color 10, and if you do need heat, you're probably going to need that full 15 minutes of development time, just put your client in a warm environment, not under a hooded jet fuel blast dryer, but just maybe for like that first 5 minutes to allow that ammonia in the IGORA Color 10 to just help swell the cuticle of that resistant gray or white hair strand. Let that color sit for the next 10 minutes for a total of 15. You'll get up to 100% white coverage. Now, we discussed in some of the other ranges what does give us up to 100% white coverage. IGORA Color 10 has two ranges, -0 and -00. So our natural and our natural extra. The naturals are going to help give you 100% coverage on their own, but don't forget, we have our generic kind of formula for gray coverage, which would be 2 parts of any fashion shade to 1 part a natural or natural extra series. So you would put this on, leave it for 10 minutes, 15 if needed, if the client is a little bit resistant, and you'll get up to 100% coverage, depending on how coarse and severe the gray is on that client. If you were looking to create a fashion shade, you would take 2 parts of your fashion shade to 1 part neutral with your developer of choice, 10 to 15 minutes, and you'll get beautiful coverage. The reason that IGORA Color 10 has been so successful for us and has been such a favorite among so many colorists across the entire United States is that they're getting clients in and out faster. Or they're able to take more clients throughout the day because they're spending less time. Now, IGORA Color 10 doesn't necessarily mean that it's for everybody. It does develop in as little as 10 to maybe 15 minutes. But that doesn't mean you have 45 minutes to get it on. We recommend a 10-minute application time, 10 minutes or 15 if needed for development, rinse, shampoo, and go along with your haircut or blowout service. Let's clear up a couple of myths. I've heard IGORA Color 10 is progressive. It is, in fact, not progressive. Progressive colors compound on themselves to create a final end result. IGORA Color 10 is one color process in a shortened amount of time. Myth number 2, IGORA Color 10 will always go darker. In each tube of IGORA Color 10 is more pigment. So imagine this, it's designed to be rinsed off in about 10 to 15 minutes. There's more pigment per tube. If I accidentally leave IGORA Color 10 on 30 minutes, all of that extra pigment in that tube is developing in the same amount of space. So really, my level 6 neutral isn't sinking to a 5, a 4, a 3, a 2, a 1. It's impossible. It's just level 6 pigment in that tube. There's just more of it. So if you continue to let it develop past its time, it will look richer, aka darker, and so your 6 might look like a 5. But there's no way that it can sink beyond that. So it is a very useful tool in salon. I think a lot of clients will pay for it, just like way back in the day, if you're as old as I am, and you took your pictures into like a Walgreens or a CVS, you had the option of 1-hour photo, or you could send it out overnight. One was more expensive because it was convenience. Or 1-hour dry cleaning versus waiting for it. You'll pay more for it if it's a convenient service. Our recommendation is this will never ever replace your permanent hair color line, including IGORA Royal. But can I offer it as an express service in salon to save my clients time and as well me time? Try charging more for it and offer it to your clients as a time-saving service. I bet you'll surprise yourself quite a bit. Try charging your clients more for this. We think you'll be pleasantly surprised at how many people will respond to paying more for a service that's convenient for them and gives them more time back in their day. So speed along back to your chair. Hopefully you'll try and enjoy IGORA Color 10. Thank you so much for joining us for this episode of The Breakdown featuring IGORA Color 10, our speed permanent color. Don't forget to comment with questions below, subscribe to our link, and check out all the rest of the videos for The Breakdown.